Hello and welcome to another week of Blunt Lemons Ranking here on bluntlemons.twitch.tv, youtube.com. Sure, one of those. I'm joined by Dion. I'm always joined by Dion.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You might recognize me from the completion series of Blunt Lemons Live. I'll see you at the weekend once again, as always.
Speaking of somebody who sees me on the weekends, every weekend, whether I want it or not, we've got Joseph.
Hello, you may recognize me from your wardrobe.
Speaking of someone creeping in a wardrobe and gently wanking into a hanky, we've got Ben.
Oh,
Why?
Christ.
Hello. I have nothing to say to that.
There's nothing you can say. You've been thoroughly besmirched. Jesus.
It was meant as a reference to The Gentleman, a hit 2020 film, but it just came out weird. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I haven't seen The Gentleman. I keep meaning to watch it, but just haven't got around to it.
We've added that on the list of just many things that Ben is/isn't, like his closet racism.
Which he is, definitely.
Closet racist and in the closet wanking.
Into a hanky.
Apparently. Into a hanky.
Marvellous.
We're going to scare away the one audience member we have. Please, no.
I've already somehow derailed the whole thing. Anyway, you're watching a video or a stream that's titled something to do with the Alien franchise, because every week we've been gathering here on whichever Blunt Lemons platform you've decided to watch us on to discuss the Alien franchise, as we do with many franchises, and by many I mean exclusively 4 so far, but I'm sure that's an ever-growing number. Soon we're going to have to replace Alien, because thank the Lord we're coming to the end of this nonsense.
Ah, yes. Thank the Lord. Hey, we got 2 good films out of it.
2 great films.
Sure. We did.
Can't remember them.
They're buried under a mountain of shit by now, but they did exist at one point.
Yeah, after we watch Covenant next week, I'm going to have to wash the bad taste out of my mouth with Aliens Special Edition. To go remind me of what was once good.
But as you probably guessed, sweet audience of mine from the title. I've got weird energy today, but hey, fuck it, we're here. We're talking about Prometheus, the latest in the Alien franchise. I say the latest, it's not the latest, but the latest in our video series on the Alien franchise, released in 2012 on June the 1st, to a box office of $403 million, which it's a decent amount. It made its money back at the very least.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty reasonable take.
It's about where you want to be at for a profitable film.
Mm.
Well, I mean, where you want to be at is billions of dollars, but if you want to make a profit, you would need to probably at least make this much.
I was going to say, didn't you say last week it was like 3 times you want to make the budget?
Yeah, roughly about 3 times your budget you want to make back.
So yeah, they just did it.
It is like
lucky this time because what they could have done was get Sigourney Weaver back in. And that would have been half the budget.
I think they realised after the inside job she did last week that she'll never come back to this.
So fuck this shit, I'm out.
I mean, I've not really got anything to say about the budget of this, so let's talk about our past with the film. Ben, do you have past?
My past with this film is confusing because I don't know. I've definitely seen... I've seen a lot of this film before, but I don't remember. So I could have seen it like years ago and just forgotten it. So that's where I'm at. I do remember the scene where the ship is falling on top of them, and a couple of other bits.
Do you remember the scene, or do you remember the internet memes?
Yeah,
because it's plastered over the internet for
It could just be the memes, because it's just like this film has been like memed up. So maybe. I don't know.
And yes, Nina, there's music. I've decided to put this on in the background, because why not?
See, when the stream's in your hands, production quality goes through the roof. We get moving pictures and music. It's amazing, really.
I am just experimenting because it's been a long time since I've done a talking one.
It might fill the awkward silences.
That was my thought. Not that we have too many of those. At least we try not to. But yeah, where were you at?
I was going to insert on there.
I know.
I know you were going to leave me hanging there. So that's why I was asking the question. Where were we? Oh, past with the film.
Dion, what's your past with Prometheus? You've watched it before, haven't you?
Oh, I've definitely watched it before because I've watched it with you two lemons, Chris and Joe. before. As I recall, at one point we actually did a watch-along recording of Prometheus. That's probably long since lost to the annals of time, but
I'm pretty sure it's
Good
still very
lord.
deep in the bowels of YouTube somewhere.
maybe I might investigate that whilst we discuss this. But yeah, I don't remember my first time watching this film. It might have been with you too. It might have been before that. But this film is very forgettable for the most part, so hence why I don't remember. But yeah, I don't think my opinion has changed on the film at all, to say the least. My opinion back then was it's kind of stupid and kind of boring. That's my past of the film. I definitely didn't see it in cinemas, I know that. Yeah.
Joe.
Yes, I love that. Good to see you. I do have a past for this film, as we've said. I watched it in cinema actually when it came out.
Me too.
Yeah,
Cheer.
I
Yeah.
You poor soul.
yeah, I can't remember what I felt. I remember my opinion wasn't so strong back then, but this was I wasn't as attached to the Alien franchise back then. I didn't know too much about it, so I just kind of took this more as a sci-fi movie than anything else, with a knowing it was attached to Alien. But yeah, my opinion has degraded over time with this movie, and it's degraded even more having just watched it. This movie is not a thinker. You think about this movie and it just collapses and annoys me in several ways. So
I feel like
yeah.
the movie feels like it has something to say. I
It
feel like it
wants to.
thinks it's having something important to say, and at the end of the day, it's just dumb. That's this film.
yeah, it's a very dumb, ridiculous, contrived movie in the guise of a movie which is wondrous, fantastical, and mysterious and profound, and it's just
Yeah.
not.
It promises to be all things, and is none of those things. Like,
Yeah.
From the beginning, it's like it starts and it looks amazing, and all the names are coming up on the screen, like Idris Elba, Charlize Theron. I'm like, wow, this is gonna be amazing, and then it's not.
That's it to a T.
I mean, we strayed into quick thoughts. I guess my past with the film is this is by far my most watched Alien film, and that saddens me every day. Think about it.
Oh God.
Sometimes look in the mirror, I'm like, why have you watched Prometheus so many times? And then
I think I agree with you, Chris. I think it's also mine. I don't know why.
maybe it's the root cause of all my sadness in life. Who knows? It's possible.
You know what?
But,
Actually, thinking on it, I think it's mine as well. My God.
Yeah.
Aha! My most watched Alien film is Alien. So boo.
Well
Well,
done.
aren't you a
Who to you
sensible
all?
person?
Yeah, you lucky bastard.
Yeah. Fair play, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, my mum loves this film. I don't know why, but she does. So that's
Your mum.
Does she give any reason?
I've tried to tease it out over the years. I've never really made much sense of it, but yes, it's probably why I've watched it so much.
Yeah, fair enough.
I suppose we need our other. I haven't given my quick thoughts.
I have a deal.
Or
You first.
what's my quick thoughts? I'll start with the positives. It looks nice, and
It is very
Michael
pretty.
Michael Fassbender is in this. Negatives. It's boring. Very boring.
You've had them. You've done them.
And yeah, it's just dull. It's dull, and it's just I just like who cares?
Full of baffling moments of like, why did this character do that? And that's pretty much every action any character takes in the film.
Any moment of conflict or anything is brought on by ridiculous leaps in logic or incredibly contrived situations, and it's ridiculous. This whole movie is just ludicrous.
Fair. As for my quick thoughts, yeah, like I said, my opinion hasn't really changed much. The characters, the film overall is kind of just dull. The characters, goddamn fucking retarded. And overall, just not really what I would expect / want to see from an Alien film. Like, my first question as a joke / just genuinely to Nina after we finished watching it was, so Nina, after watching 4-5 films of Alien now, did you ever think we'd get to the point where in Alien, which we're asking the origins of humanity?
That's the thing that strikes me about this movie. You start off in Alien, and Alien, it's a space animal, a very deadly space animal, but it's just a space animal. And then you get to Prometheus, and they're like, "So yeah, where did humanity come from?" I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And they just
what else has got to do with the alien?
And they present it in just this such a dull, flat, uninteresting way. Like humanity came from these big, creepy dudes. And it's like, great. Who cares? And
Well, I say, who cares? These scientists, they've travelled across the universe to this distant star, further than anyone's gone before, to find humanity's origins. They get definitive proof, the biggest discovery in humanity's history. We'd come from aliens, and aliens in fact exist, and we come from aliens, and nobody seems to care.
Yeah.
Not one of them. Nobody cares.
And
In fact, the one person who came there to like, he's like, I want to find my mate, because he gets there, he's like, I didn't see an alien, and then like gets upset about it. I'm like, why doesn't anybody care? This is amazing shit that you've discovered on this planet.
Again, it's
I just
so,
want to get paid.
it just he was such an unlikable character because of this. But yeah, it's so contrived because he's like, oh, I'm so sad because I wanted to speak to them. And then he's happy because he's like, oh yes, we came from them, but he was sad to drink just so he could get spiked, and it didn't make sense. But before any of that, I do want to know the timeline of this movie because I'm confused.
Okay,
this.
I'll go over
We should
this
start
now
here.
because
Yes.
Nina and I were also confused. So, after all these years, or so 9 years now, Christ, I thought both Prometheus and Covenant, the next film, were prequels to Alien, which is why I was so very confused because I've always referred to these two films as the prequels. And technically, I was both wrong and right. So the first Alien takes place in like 2079, and then this film takes place in
What?
2090 something, I can't remember, and Alien Covenant takes place I think 4 years later, and then Aliens takes place in like 2120 something. So this is a prequel to
What?
Aliens and a sequel to Alien.
That
But
makes
the
no
ali-
goddamn sense.
But the aliens don't exist yet.
Yeah.
That's like proto-aliens.
I always thought that the Alien after the credits was supposed to be the first.
Mm-mm. This is a sequel to Alien.
What? That's what? What?
Mhm.
Okay, my next question then is, how is everything so actually futuristic?
Yep, that still doesn't make a lick of sense.
Yeah, because in my head when I'm watching it, like this is like 40, 50 years after Alien and Aliens and all of that. Because it's actually, in my head I was like, they've done a great job of actually making that aesthetic in the future. Because it looks really cool and kind of has alien vibes as well. So I was quite happy with that. But that doesn't make sense.
I was always, I had the opposite. I was always under the impression that this was Star Wars prequel territory, and this was set like a long time before, and then they just decided not to care about the aesthetic really. But apparently, it takes place during the other Alien films, kind of in between.
Yep, it's after Alien and before Aliens. It's a weird one. Like I was trying to think of an in-universe reason. Like, okay, so Alien takes place on like a mining cargo vessel. It's like, yeah, okay, I could picture that be like grimy, grungy, 80s sort of futuristic sci-fi. And then I was like, okay, so what's Aliens take place? And Aliens, the little that we see of their ship takes place on like at the beginning takes place on a military vessel. I was like, the military vessel looked cleaner than the mining ship, but it was still pretty much 80s grungy sci-fi. And so I was just like, well, hang on, because this is a company ship. And don't get me wrong, companies will have nice shit and some of the most advanced tech, but generally the most advanced goes to the military. They love to take that shit first and then distribute it to the public.
Yeah, like these guys have got full-on massive screens and they're seeing people's dreams. The
Yeah.
whole set-
Meanwhile, the military and mining cargo vessels are using like 80s computers with black screens and green text. It's like what?
it's weird. I mean, it looks cool, and if it was a future sort of setting, fair enough. But you've got a super strong aesthetic in Alien anyway. Why change that? Yeah, that's royally screwed the old brain up, that is.
I mean, also on the chronology of the xenomorph, like, I mean, this is future spoilers, I guess, but like, given what we learned in Alien Covenant about xenomorphs, this is all very confusing.
Yes, that's very true. Oh, I'm so
I do not know.
Yeah, don't
About
spoil it
this.
for Ben.
Okay. But yeah, I in my head I always thought this was
It has to be before. I just don't understand how it could possibly be.
It's
shoot-
not.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
I will bring up what I searched yesterday just to get the dates down. What?
I mean, I don't doubt you.
I know.
I mean-
I just want to get the dates down like properly, so I can tell you guys. So
If
yeah,
that's what it is. That's what it is, and it's stupid. Yeah.
It really is. Like, I mean, it's a cool aesthetic, but you've got a cool aesthetic, and you're not. Because in my head, I was always like, this is a prequel because of the whole proto-alien thing. And then in my head, I was watching, I was like, oh, but this is actually not because of. I don't know.
I mean, also, if this and Alien Covenant took place before Alien, it would make sense that the company would. I mean, they like Will and Yutani would know something about xenomorphs.
Yeah.
But like, they already so Mr. Wayland here comes here not knowing anything about xenomorphs, but the company apparently up to 4 or 5 years ago knew something about xenomorphs because they redirected the mining the Nostromo to go look at the broken chronology, the broken everything. Damn it, time it's meaningless.
I will give you the years now. So, Alien takes place in 2079. Prometheus takes place in 2093. Covenant takes place in 2104. And Aliens takes place in 2122.
Fuck. Okay, so we have an established timeline. The timeline just doesn't make sense. It's broken.
I'm searching and I'm finding conflicting information, but I don't. To be honest, I don't care. If it's broken, I guess it's broken.
And then Resurrection takes place in 2386.
Okay. Wait, what?
Remember, Resurrection was
seeing
like
here
200 years in the future.
Yeah.
See, I'm seeing here that Prometheus was in 2093, Covenant was 2104, and then Aliens is 2122, which makes more sense to me.
That's what I said.
No, Alien was 21.
No,
Alien.
no, that's Aliens, Ben.
My head hurts.
Aliens.
You know what?
Aliens takes place in 2122.
It says Alien takes place in 2122. Aliens takes place in 2179.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, that's the complete fucked timeline of the Alien franchise. While that explains quite succinctly why the franchise is completely screwed in the asshole, this movie itself has many of its own asshole screwing moments.
Yes, let's move beyond the ridiculous timelines.
Okay, so let's start with like one thing I had a problem with. It's not a huge one, but you know, it's one that I thought I might as well start with. So all these people are on the ship. You know, David's being weird and looking into Dr. Shaw's dreams because apparently we have that tech now.
Past, future.
With Patrick Wilson. Patrick Wilson's in his dream. In a dream.
Damn right. It's in mine too.
I don't know who you're on about. I'm assuming that was the dad.
Yeah, he's in stuff.
Hmm.
Like Elf. He's in horror. He's in like Insidious, and he's Orm in Aquaman, and I don't know, other things.
But
I like it. Oh, he's also in Watchmen.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But
as you
yeah,
were.
So yeah, David starts waking them all up after the was it Vickers, the blonde lady, Wayland's daughter.
Charlize Theron. Yeah.
And they wake the whole crew up, and it's like, right, okay, now that you're awake, let me tell you why you're here. It's like, what? Hang on. In Alien, It was their ship was diverted. In this, you hired all these people but didn't tell them what they were doing. They all just went, oh, okay, we're just going to be sent to the arse end of nowhere in space, and you can tell us what we're doing when we get there. I find this very hard to believe.
He was looking at rocks. He wanted to see space rocks.
The employment benefits are very good.
Yeah.
So they didn't ask.
Yeah, well, some of them
You
were
get-
clearly on board with the scheme of the company well in Italy, and then others didn't even know what the general purpose of the mission was, which yeah,
Some of them just wanted to get paid.
just want to get paid, mate, even though we kind of
Just want to get paid. I've got a mohawk.
I feel like they kind of wanted to capture like that alien energy, like, oh, we're just workers doing a job, but that's not what this expedition was. This is it's like cutting edge science expedition, not like, oh, we're space truckers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all like really skilled scientists, and yeah.
They
Fine.
definitely should have been informed of what the fuck they were doing.
Just real quick on the, I mean, this might waylay us, but on the real skilled scientists front, these
All right.
They are
These people-
scientists.
these people bumble their way in. Oh, we're on an alien planet. There could be all sorts of toxins and all sorts. Let's just take our helmets off.
I hate
Oh,
that
oh,
scene so
Let's not
fucking
get started.
much.
Like, yeah.
Oh, look, quite clearly hazardous alien material. Let's poke it with our fingers.
Yeah,
Oh, look, quite clearly, like, angry, hissing
Right.
alien snake that's erupted out of this goo.
Like I can
Stick our face in it.
I can picture people trying to counter argue if they haven't actually, fucking thought about it. That they're like, oh, but guys, come on. In the first Alien film, the guy stuck his head near the alien egg, and it's like, yeah, he was a space trucker, first of all. And second of all, who expects something to jump out of an egg and attach to your face? Nobody. Especially if you're not a scientist.
I say dumb's
Okay.
dumb, even if it's in a good movie. This isn't a good movie. This is
I mean,
Look,
with
from what
snake,
we
it's
know
quite-
of life on Earth, if I see an egg, I'm not going to assume something's going to jump out of it.
that space snake was quite clearly angry. It was
Yes.
pissed.
Yeah,
Unlike the
it-
space snake, which is fucking retarded, it's just like, oh, it's beautiful. Let me just go ahead and nearly poke it, even though it's clearly hissing at you like a fucking cobra. Whenever
It was
you go
literally,
near it.
it looked like when it opened its like whatever, its arm, its mouth or whatever. It was like that looks like a cobra about to attack you.
yeah,
Like
it-
you're a
was very
biologist.
yeah.
A-grade biologist right here.
It's just
Yeah.
like
it's
yeah.
basic
There's just
warning
so
sign.
yeah. You've said there's just so many moments where it's just like, why are you like this? What are you doing? And it just
It's-
ruins it.
It's the whole damn movie is like it does this all the time. It's ridiculous, contrived situations just to move the plot along.
Oh, yeah.
Like
so-
taking your helmet off, and he's like, they're
Mhm.
like, no, don't do it.
I mean,
There's contagions everywhere. Don't do it. It's stupid. He's like, yeah, but I really want to. Look, I mean, we've had the sensors. Like, yes, okay, and they're all like, it's fucking stupid. You can't just address it and say it's fucking stupid, and then we're like, it's okay. They know it's fucking stupid.
But then, like, he takes his helmet off, and everyone's like, "Well, if he did it,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes, I guess
exactly.
we can too."
I'll give them credit. They're consistently stupid throughout the whole film. Like even Shaw, like Nina can comment on this because I was commenting on it throughout the entire film, like pretty much every time. Especially after they had like the first infection, I was like, "Why are you guys still taking your helmets off?" And at one point, Elizabeth Shaw, when they were going in with like Wayland and all that, she actually kept her helmet on for him. I was like, "She's learned, finally, thank you." And then she took it off. I was like, "No."
Yep.
Everything here is trying to kill you. Why are you not keeping your helmet on? You guys are scientists. I love the. Oh, I just hate it so much. They're just like, oh, look, it's clean, breathable air. Yeah, let's just take our helmets off. It's like, guys, we have to get injections to go to another country. And that's not even talking about COVID times. Why the fuck are you taking your helmets off? It bugged me so much.
it's beyond ludicrous, and it's only there. That they only do that scene for the sake of the other scene where there's the conflict at the ship where it's like, let him on. It's like, you could all be thingy, we don't know what's out there, and she
Because
burns
it's like
them alive.
Alien. Also, yeah, what is it? People in these films with flamethrowers instead of guns.
In that whole scene, right? What I can't remember the actress's name, but the blonde lady character. She
because-
behaves quite reasonably. She's like, okay, he's infected. I'm not letting him back on the ship. Then she goes down there and she's like, nobody's opening the door. And she's like, okay, open the door. I'm like, why? Why are you opening the door at all? Just so she could confront them with a flamethrower for some reason.
It's stupid. It's so dumb. And why did? Okay,
Why a
so much-
flamethrower? There's 2 films in a row now. It's like Ripley's deformed clone, kill me. You know, could have put a bullet in her head. Nah, flamethrower. This film, same thing. He's literally like,
Did they
kill
just
me.
not
Just
have
do
any
it.
guns?
No, they did. They used them later.
In the weird zombie scene, they used the gun.
The crab zombie. They used it against him.
Oh, I was so distracted by the crab zombie. I didn't even.
Yeah, like why was he crabbing? Like,
Why was he a
What was-
zombie?
What was that?
what's the liquid do? What
I
is
literally-
movie?
It does everything. It creates life. It takes life. It makes weird snakes. It does anything you want it to do. The goo will do.
I don't. Right.
It's
yes.
a super. Go on, Ben.
Yes. I was gonna say let's talk about the goo because like what is this? It's a biological weapon, but I don't
Apparently.
understand.
It's a biological weapon, and we only right. Okay, God, this is so much to pack in this fucking movie. Okay, so we only think it's a biological weapon because the captain said it was a biological weapon, and
After he started assuming stuff, he was like,
Yeah.
"I'm scared, man. This could be anything. It's a weapon. Then you not to make it on a back door. It's a military installation, man." I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
calm
And that's
down.
all-
Why are you saying any of this? Is it because of the crab zombie? Because the crab zombie doesn't really like say biological weapon to me."
No, and that's all the. I was like, that's the only explanation this movie gives for any of this, and we are just to take it at like fact. Like, yep, that's it. And the scientists even go. Everyone goes along with that, and they've been there like a day, maybe not even a day, and they have in that time they come up with so many conclusions. Like, oh, their entire species is dead. Oh, they hate us. Oh, this is it's like what?
It's like, guys, they came to Earth. Do you not think they have colonies?
Like at the end of the movie, she's like, "I want to know why they changed their mind." I'm like, "Did they change their minds?
Yeah.
You found one angry Milky White man. Like
Yeah.
the other Milky White men were coming to our planet and telling us where this place was. Like, why? Maybe they didn't
Also-
change their mind."
Also, after the
Why did-
experience you've had, why would you want to go and find them? I'd be like, no, I'm going back to Earth. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Why did the Milky White Man drink the goo? Why
Make
did his
life
legs
on
fall
Earth,
off?
apparently.
But why did they do
Why-
anything they do? Why
Wait,
did
was
Milky
that
White men
Earth?
do anything?
Yeah, that was Earth.
Yeah.
The
That was
beginning of
their
the
main-
film is him basically disintegrating himself so that his cells could be in Earth, and then that's what led to life on Earth, apparently, or at least animal life.
He seeded life on Earth.
So then
With the goo.
humans are made from the goo?
No,
Yes,
humans are made from him.
And his
The
team.
goo just dissolved him, or at least
Well,
something
no,
dissolved him.
The
It
goo
didn't
no,
turn him
the
into
goo-
a crab zombie.
No, the goo did do it because the goo made like the snake, the quite obviously angry snake was like made from a worm that the goo got on, right? Like there
Yeah.
were worms in the soil and the goo made so the goo makes life, but it also
Ah.
takes life. So I don't know.
So where did the worms come from?
I don't know.
The worms are just
It's an
there.
ecosystem. They have human worms. in
So,
there.
so that's where the snake came from.
Yes.
Yes.
So where did this?
So I did what?
Oh, I know where the squid came from. Okay, I get it.
came
What-
from? Well, no, we don't. No, I mean, yes,
So,
we
wait,
know.
think
but
about
I mean,
think about this for a second. So we had the black icky stuff coming out of the vase that Michael Fassbender then spiked Thingy's drink with,
Yes,
and
And
then
then
he
they boom.
had sex with Dr. Shaw, and that led to a giant alien squid thing later on. So is that just like an evolved sperm or something? Like what?
it's a
I
good point.
guess.
Actually, it kind of did look like
What
it.
else is it gonna be? Because it's somehow to get from in him to in her.
But why did he? Why did he just like get all sick and die? It just there's no rules.
Yeah, he got sick and died from having the goo inside of him, but like,
he
but the
evolved.
but the crab zombie was the like angry bald man. His
fu-
face fell in the goo and it turned into a crab zombie.
Oh, his face
Wait.
fell in the goo. 'Cause
Wait,
his
was it?
face
I
melted.
thought the crab zombie was the guy that they flamethrowed.
No.
No.
It was the other
Wait,
guy.
wasn't it?
No,
No.
you know,
I
Yeah.
thought it was.
No.
the two scientists they left in there overnight. They found the one who the snake went into the throat of. They found him, but they never found the other one. Then he turned up later as a crab zombie.
Yeah.
Oh, all this time I thought it was. that
Yeah,
dude.
I was with Joe. I thought it was the guy who was flamethrowed.
Yeah. No, the other guy just gets sick and then he just gets flamethrowed. I guess maybe he was turning into a crab zombie.
I mean, it did look like it was. That's why. But again, like this movie asks so many questions, it doesn't answer any.
Also, another contrivance I want to briefly go back to because you brought them back up now. So the two that split off from the I was going to say party because I'm too used to fucking D&D logic. But okay, so they get told they're on an expedition to potentially find alien life. Okay, and then they find alien life and they go, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." So remember those probes that they released and how the captain has a map of the entire complex? How the fuck did they get lost?
Yeah.
Exactly.
How did they get lost?
The geologist was like, "These are my pups," and then he's like, "Oh, I'm lost," even though I mapped this entire area with my pups.
And I have a computer on my wrist that has the map on it, and I can give the captain exact coordinates where I'm at. I'm lost.
Yeah.
I could even just call the captain and be like, "Hey, captain, where are we on the minimap?"
Yeah, the whole time I was like, you could have just followed that back to the entrance, waited near the entrance, and then gone. And then somehow you end up in the fucking headroom and think that's okay.
Also, why does finding a dead alien freak you out so much? Like,
yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Like, you're in an alien pyramid on a planet, an uncharted planet. Like, the moment to get freaked out was a while back.
If anything, I'd be more freaked out about the live alien because I'd be like, what's his intentions? Do they like us? Is he going to be friendly, etc.? A dead alien is just like, oh, okay, cool. So life is out there. Got it.
Sorry, his reaction is just like ridiculous as well. He goes to shore. It's like, fuck you. And I'm like, what? What are you talking? You've just found a dead alien. What?
A dead alien freaks them both out. So like, we want to go back to the ship. They get trapped in there overnight, and then they find a live alien snake, and they're like, "Oh, it's cute. I want to touch it." I'm like,
"Yeah."
The dead alien freaked you out. This one's not freaking you out. What's wrong with you people?
This hissing cobra that's definitely angry with you. Oh, it's cute. Let's put my hand there. Oh, my arm's broken. Oh, it's in my suit. Oh, blah.
The biologist was the worst thing I've ever seen. Just as a thing, he was awful.
So this biologist. Sorry, go on.
He's one of the detectives in Hot Fuzz, and it saddens me.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh my god, no.
Rafe Spall. Yeah, he's
Well, is he one of the Andes?
Yeah, he's one of the Andes.
Oh no.
So sorry.
He's not like the main Andy. It's not like the main Andy. He's the second Andy.
He's still fallen far.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
I still hate his guts in this, but yeah, that's a shame.
Christ.
That's a real shame because he plays Andy in this apparently. Except not as funny or witty. Just a bumbling fuck.
Also, my other question is with regards to the goo. So apparently that goo just gives everything acid blood. Because the worms that evolved into snakes, they cut the snake and it was acid blood.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. I guess.
Oh, okay.
Hey, the xenomorph has acid blood, so just give everything acid blood. Fuck it.
If it fits, it fits. This movie, there's so much to just unpack with every single character in this. Like, just staying on these two tits. The geologist man, right? I hate the way he was like built up in the beginning to be a dick straight away. He's like, I'm the arsehole, and then he gets he's actually just a geologist, and then he gets angry at Shaw, and then nothing. Yeah, he just really tickled my ass.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It was like his reaction to finding the dead body is just like so ridiculously like out of place.
He's like, enjoy your fucking alien. Like, what?
What? Sure, cool. We'll just keep going without you.
We did go to the same debriefing, right? You were told that this was a likely possibility.
Yeah, you were told that this is literally the mission. And he's like, oh yeah,
and he's just like,
and then the assumption is they're all dead. It's like, what?
So, guys, they made it from here to Earth, and there's no guarantee this is their homeworld. Colonies are a thing.
Just civilizations
Outposts are a thing. It's likely what this was.
Yeah, and okay, there's too much. So beyond these two guys, the character that annoyed me probably the most in the movie was the Shaw's boyfriend person. I can't remember his name. The doctor.
Oh, he's an idiot.
Yeah,
he's just an idiot.
He's Yeah, so he's
by far my least favorite character.
yes, he's ludicrous, irrational, moronic. So they set off. Put it into a thing. They all set off to go to this place, under the pretense to find these engineers who, for some reason, they think made them. I don't know why they came to that conclusion in the first place. But anyway, that's why they set off.
Because it's what she chooses to believe.
It's what she chooses to believe. Okay, I'm all for that. There are aliens there because okay, fair enough. But that's a bit of a leap.
In a very ancient aliens way, they have evidence that that there's aliens out there at a specific spot, but there is no reason to believe that they made us in any capacity.
Yeah. That's a leap and a half.
His name was
so
Charlie, apparently.
Oh, was it?
Mhm.
Or Charlie Boy. So yeah, Charlie Boy and Lizzie head off on this magical space adventure to find these people. And I'm assuming they've never found Martians before. That was my assumption in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's So they find like Martians for the first time and civilization for the first time. That's not humans out there.
Mm-hmm.
The single greatest discovery.
Yes.
The single greatest discovery in humanity's history.
Yep.
Dwarfing everything else. There are aliens, and the aliens made us.
Yes, and they're actually human. Their DNA is the same as humans, but ignoring that because he doesn't know that
I was
just
going
yet.
to say, we don't know that yet.
Yeah, but everything before that we know. We found aliens, incredible shit, all this stuff. And this dick is literally, they're ignoring the head. He's sat in the back drinking himself into a stupor because he's moping around.
Yeah, I didn't get to
On the
talk to an
first
alien.
day. Yeah, because the first 2 hours of an expedition, he hasn't spoken to an alien. I was like, what the fuck? This guy's the worst. He's like absolutely the worst.
He's like a very impatient kid.
It's like the first thing they saw on the planet as well. Like there could be a city like just over that mountain.
Yeah, you literally have the whole planet to chart.
That's my
Yeah,
point.
it's
Like
just
this
like-
discovery coming out of an expedition is incredible as it is.
Mhm.
Like they even brought his head back to life for some fucking reason.
that's it. The first thing they get this alien head, and their first thought is, why don't we inject it with chemicals to trick it into thinking it's alive? What sort of existential horror are you inflicting on this other creature?
Right.
What is you doing?
See, I zoned out for like a second, and then I could tune back in, and the head was moving. I'm like, what? What's going on?
There's no
And then
reasonable
like to know-
explanation, Ben.
I like to think the engineer was like, he came back to life and was like, what's happening? Jesus Christ! Ah!
Like what was the sunny scenario? What was the goal there?
What did you
best case.
want to do?
Tell us why do you hate us?
Great scientists, these ones. Like, this is day one of your expedition. You've got this great specimen that you've just brought in, and your first instinct is to crack it open and inject it with chemicals.
I
will
will agree. I will agree with cracking it open because that's what I assume any normal person would do. Just a normal dissection. But no, they decide let's make it think it's alive.
Yeah, but like,
By the way,
she's an archaeologist. Like, I don't know much about archaeology, but like, once you open, say, like a sarcophagus or something like that, doesn't it start degrading even more and even quicker? Because like it's been all sealed up. Like, but like her first instinct is like, I found this perfectly preserved head. Let's crack it open to the elements. Why not?
Yep.
Like, just open it up.
Like 3 hours
Yeah.
into the expedition, and all because they scanned it and there was no contagions. Like they know what the contagions are going to be out there. Oh, it hasn't got the flu. COVID hasn't made it this far.
I mean, they're also like incredibly impatient. Like Charlize Theron comes in, she's like, okay, what? Are they all dead then? Have you found out anything out? Like, I want like someone to turn around and say, we've been here for 3 hours. We found alien civilization and a fully intact alien corpse. What more do you want?
Exactly. It's like the greatest discovery. Just like, well, they're all dead. Let's go. Like this has been a fucking waste of time.
Oh my god! Speaking of a waste of time, so I'm kind of. Should I save this for the end? I suppose. I want to talk about the whole reason for this expedition and Wayland going along, but I don't know if I want to save that until like last or.
We've been
Keep
all
that
over
at the
this
end.
movie.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh,
No?
I see. We are
Joe?
at an impasse. You know
What
what?
do you think?
Who cares? Just talk about it.
We've been all over this movie, all
Sure.
like backwards and
So-
forwards. Talk about what you want.
So the logic behind I don't understand this. Like, so he funds this expedition for alien life, thinking on a very slim fucking chance, mind you, that hey, these two scientists have come, or scientists in inverted commas, have come to me being like, hey, aliens have been to Earth. So, and because one of them has faith that they made us, he decides, you know what, I'm going to fund this, and I'm going to go along in the slim fucking chance that if they made us, surely they could stop me from dying, right? That's how that works. But anyway, ignoring that retarded thing as well, surely as soon as they arrived and they went, oh yeah, we found dead aliens, he should be like, well, this was a waste of time. Because he seems to think that they have the secret to immortality or something, because he wants them to stop him from dying. So as soon as they find a dead one, shouldn't he just be like, well, that was a waste?
So many big leaps between aliens and they
Aliens
will make
existing.
me immortal, maybe?
We somehow got from aliens came to Earth to so aliens might exist to they made us because this one random woman says so, and then from that to if they made us, surely they know how to keep me alive. It's like, excuse me.
And then it doesn't matter because he's in the film for 2 seconds. He gets cracked on the head
With another
and
head.
dies. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Just on a complete side note, why did they hire a young man and make him old? Why not just hire an old
Yeah.
man?
Yeah.
Why
the actor's
spend the
name?
money on that? I can't remember.
He's like
Guy
a
Pearce.
crazy
Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce. Thank you.
I thought it was Johnny Depp at one point. Like Johnny Depp with makeup on. Oh God.
That's
Why
not-
it's
why
just
not
got
just
Johnny
hire
Depp
an old
now.
No, why not do a lot of things?
Oh, this film it hurts.
For a movie that looks pretty good, like actually, I'll say it looks excellent most of the time. It's well shot, its effects, everything, and then just suddenly you're just like you present me with this young man in old man makeup, and it just instantly, if I wasn't already taken out by the trillion stupid things that already taken me out, it was. I look at it, I'm like, it looks bad. It doesn't look good. I don't know why you did this.
No, it really does. It looks like a young man with just. He looks like Palpatine, actually, like a bad Palpatine.
How dare you? There's no such thing.
I am all the Sith.
I am all.
That's fine, yeah.
Good. But yes, I agree. And it's another ridiculous situation. The only reason they think that they needed to think that the engineers made them was so that they could have this whole expedition, and it's just another ridiculous contrivance. It's like, well, no one would ever think that, but you're forcing it because otherwise this movie doesn't happen.
I'm still trying to get the leap between him being like, hey, they made us, so they know how to keep us immortal, right? Like,
Yeah.
where
it's
does
just-
that
it's
come
just
from?
like-
Because they made us. The whole movie is a fucking leap.
It's
Massive
two
leaps
leaps.
in logic. Yeah, it's two.
$1 trillion he's bought on this. $1 trillion.
Trillions, as I recall.
Oh, is it trillions?
I think they said like 29 trillion.
Jesus, how expensive is that ship?
Very.
I mean,
Ron's lifeboat thing was really expensive. That med bay was woof. Which,
Like-
by the way, wasn't configured to heal women.
I think the idea was like it was meant for him when he got out of his sleep or whatever. But but one of my favorite scenes in the movie is like Chekhov's gun, the scene where they actually like come in here and they go in and like, oh wow, this is a separate life pod.
yeah.
It can support 2 years. What's this? This is a machine that can heal any ailment as long as you program it correctly. Oh, I've never seen one. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay, just tell me what the end of this movie is then. All of this is going to come back later.
I was like, this is
I was
not
absolutely. Yeah, I was absolutely sure none of this will ever be seen again. Okay.
Okay. No, I was misremembering. Yeah, misremembering. It is just 1 trillion they spent on this. Well, I say just. It's 29 times less than what I estimated, but it's still $1 trillion.
Where did the money go?
Yeah.
It blew up.
On that fucking screen that kept changing.
Yeah,
That's where it went.
the dream
I like to think that the R&D department was like, we spent $29 billion on dream technology, and someone was like, why? And they were like, because
Because it's cool.
Because it will be a weird, creepy scene.
David's
because-
gonna do something.
we really need it on this expedition to find aliens.
It's profound, damn it.
Why are we all wearing headsets like Tron, but they're yellow? Why is everything yellow now? By the way, why is it all yellow?
Why is what yellow?
All the lights are yellow, like all the cryopods are like yellow, and the visors are like yellow, and all like I don't know.
Were they? I thought the film was
Yellow.
very blue.
No, they're like, yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm blue. There's quite a lot of blue.
It might be both. But,
Should we talk about,
Anyway,
speaking of that whole pod and thing, could we just address the whole pregnant thing, abortion thing?
Oh, that's also another favorite scene of mine, where where he's like, well, it proves that life, nothing special about life. You just need a cocktail to make life. And then she's like, but not me. I'm like, okay. I guess we're going there now for some reason.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, okay, we don't.
What
sure
a,
it didn't make
contrived, what a completely contrived way to force this into the plot later.
even the actual guy's like, no, I didn't. What are you on about? I didn't mean that.
It's like, I'm clearly not talking about that.
I'm having an existential crisis about life, woman.
Anyway, abortion.
Yeah. Well, let's start at the whole quarantine.
We're not talking about politics, I swear.
Yeah. So she gets quarantined because she's been exposed and no one else has.
I was actually with David on this. Like, because I mean, granted, they'd shown that pod earlier, but to be fair to me, like, what David was saying was actually making sense. Like, I know David was saying it to be a cunt, like the company usually is. It's like, oh, we want to preserve the alien life form. But it's like, we don't have the specialists to operate on you, so we're just going to stick you in stasis until we get back. It's like, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Why aren't you going along with this, sure?
I'd be freaking out.
Because keeping
Yes.
in mind at that point, it hadn't started moving or anything. She was freaking out about her being 3 months pregnant, which is understandable, but it's not like at this point she knew it was going to be a weird alien thing that was going to burst out and kill her.
I understand her reaction. Get it out. I get that. I wouldn't want.
Get it out, you fools!
Get it out! Get it out! Put it out, you fool!
I mean,
Yeah.
this was a minor thing with this scene really to me, but it was when he's like, "You're pregnant. I'm 3 months by the looks of it. Have you guys been intimate?" And she was like 10 hours ago. I was like, maybe cast your mind back 3 months ago. maybe you were intimate 3 months ago. Maybe that's where this came from. Unless you've only ever been intimate once.
I think they were probably in stasis.
Yeah.
Unless
doesn't the stasis freeze you at the point before
Yes.
you got into stasis?
Yeah, maybe.
Hence why I was saying I agree with
maybe.
David. They should have put it back into stasis because that baby would have just stayed 3 months pregnant whilst they were traveling.
Good have
Stasis.
kids. Stasis.
Sorry, I just wanted to say
It
the word.
works. But yeah, she's going into thingy, and then she just whacks the two scientists on her head with a pipe somehow that she got from somewhere, and then escapes, and no one cares beyond that
Yeah,
pipe.
no one
She get
chases
that
her,
pipe.
no one cares. And at one point, she just stumbles into a room with other people, sweaty, bleeding, and in her underwear, and they're just like, "Oh, it's you."
Oh, hey,
Also, another thing after this scene,
buddy.
after the abortion, she doesn't tell anyone, no one at all about that squid thing. She doesn't mention it to anyone, not even David. To be fair, David probably oh, well, even. What would he be thinking at that point? He'd probably be like, "Where is it?"
What was David thinking at any point in this movie? What was his goals? What did he want?
I mean,
I don't know.
He didn't have
It's not
any
designed to
goals
think.
at this point, did he? He was just following Wayland's
thought-
orders because they
I
kind of
thought-
made a point of that. It was like, what happens when Wayland dies? It's like, I don't know. I look forward to finding out.
Was
Yeah.
he the one who told him to spike the drink then? Because I
assume
the
so.
entire time I was like, why is David just being a dick? What's what's he doing?
I think David was just. I think David is just. I think the point with David is he's soulless, so he's just kind of doing things and not really giving a shit. Kind of.
He couldn't do that because he's an android. Unless he was malfunctioning, but
But he also did kind of give a shit. Like he was bored and he wanted to do things. I don't know. But like my entire life of watching this movie, I've always wondered why David did anything that he did. And
Maybe
I always come to is like, I guess he was bored.
Yeah, maybe he was bored of just riding his bike in a circle and shooting hoops. Maybe he was just bored.
Like a legend.
I still don't know
I
what to make of the scene between David and Charlie when he spikes his drink, because I both find it hilarious and just insane at the same time, where he spikes the drink and he's just like, because again, he's complaining that he didn't get to talk to an alien, and he's like, why? Like, no, I want to know why they made us. It's like, well, why did you make me? I don't know, because we could. Do you imagine how disappointing that is? But it both makes me laugh, because in my head it's like, oh, it's David being like, oi, stop being a cunt. But on the other hand, it's just retarded, because it's still Charlie being fucking Charlie.
Also, with the spiking of the drink, like the world's obvious.
The most obvious spiking.
The most obvious finger dunking that drink, and he's like, oh, down it.
Yeah, but like, get your dirty fingers out. Go give it another one. What are you doing?
I do quite like Michael Fassbender in this, though. He's very creepy.
I just like him as an actor in general. It's just, well, to be fair, it's not really this film that ruins him for me. It's the next film. Christ.
Oh, I suppose. Okay, fair enough. I don't know what he's like. I don't even know. I suppose he is in the next one.
There's two of him in the next one.
But he's just, he's nicely creepy, and he's got a couple of like good lines that really like put you off a bit. Like he says to someone, he's like, "I only look like this to make people look comfortable," and it's like, ooh.
Oh yeah, it's about the spacesuits. That's another random exchange, but it's not too forced, I suppose, because I guess it's kind of a genuine question from Charlie. He's like, "Why are you wearing a spacesuit? You don't need to." He's like, "Well, I'm designed to fit in with humans, and you don't like anything that doesn't fit in. If I went out there without a spacesuit, you'd know I was different."
Profound. It's profound. That's what it is.
It just, I don't know. It's like it gives across this idea that he's just kind of like a thing wearing human skin, and it's a bit like, ooh, creepy.
I read that Fassbender's good, and I like a lot of the questions David. Like, I like a lot of the David stuff. It's just I don't get why he's fucking with people. I just don't understand.
Yeah, I agree with Chris. I mean,
maybe Wayland's telling him to do it, because I guess he's been talking to him in his dreams or something. But
well, the end game for me, I thought he kind of knew that these guys wanted to kill them somehow, and he kind of led Wayland to his death, so he'd be free. That's the only logic I came up with there, but that makes no sense with that and anything else.
At one point, he talks to Wayland in like Wayland's dreams, and then she's like, "What did he say to you, David?" And he's like, "I won't tell you." And then that goes on for a while. But then eventually, it's like, then eventually, he's like, "Try harder." And then after that, he spikes the dude's drink. So I'm like, maybe that's him trying harder, but trying what? What are you trying to do?
Well, he brought the thing back before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought it back at the same time they brought back the alien head.
Yeah, and he did it in a secretive way. He didn't bring it back as part of any sort of experiment or anything. Or public
it was in his backpack, yeah.
Yeah, and then he put it in like some weird fridge somewhere with the pizza. So I don't. Yeah, there's no I can't find an explanation why he's doing the things he's doing. Just
also, sorry, I just have to go back to that scene real quickly. The scene between him and Vickers, where she's like, "Tell me what he said," and then she suddenly wrestles him to a wall, and I'm like, "Hang on, I'm pretty sure he's an android. He ain't moving." I feel like David should have just gone, "Get off me, bitch."
thought that, but I was like, of all the other things, I was like, you know what? I haven't got the fortitude to deal with this.
I haven't got the strength.
Damn strength. For me, that's most of the things. Obviously, the end sort of set pieces are weird in themselves and will need addressing.
Oh God.
Oh, what else? What else?
Also, briefly. Oh, sorry. I was just going to briefly go back to the abortion thing one last time as well, because Nini brought it up twice, and also, yeah, it's kind of the thing that she/I complained about for the whole finale of this film. After she's had her abortion, because keep in mind, she has the abortion, her stomach is stapled back up, and then she's up and moving again like nobody's business. And we were just sat there the whole time like, you have ripped open your stomach so many times of most of the shit you're doing.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
She
that's
should
the
be
thing, number
bleeding
one-
to death.
That's the number one thing my mum complains about in this film. My mum.
Oh my
was the worst.
god.
So,
Same.
my mum looks at it, she's like, "What? No, none of this should be happening." But okay.
Yeah, my mum was exactly. Well, I asked my mum like her opinion on this
Oh,
today, and
what's
she
that?
was like,
Oh no, I don't have a theme song. Never mind. Sorry, I thought I had a theme song for your mum's opinions. Anyway, go for it.
"Oh,
No, that's for the ranking.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
just-
sorry. You can carry on. I
Okay.
give you the whole thing.
it's just yeah, like exactly." She has exactly the same problem. She was like, she should not be moved. She's just had like a cesarean. Like she is not. She's out of action for like forever now. Like why?
Yeah,
how is
she's
she
not being
doing
an
this?
action star.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my mum's opinion on it. Also, it was boring. There you go.
Oh, what, the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the specific surgery.
Is it better or worse than Bullet?
Key
Worse.
question.
You gotta ask that question to her every time she watches a film with you, Beth. So you actually know the
It's
answer.
worse.
Good to know.
Bullet has one good car chase. This has no good car chases.
Does have a chase in it though. The ship and Shelley's what's her face? Theron.
What?
I enjoy.
Oh.
I enjoy. Okay, well, let's talk about the meme scene where
God.
they run away from a ship. Just real quick, because I enjoy Shelley's Theron's involvement in the scene only for the fact that they spend all this time showing us get her ejected out, just for her to land, get out the thing, and then instantly get squashed by a spaceship. Like, why even bother having her get out of the Prometheus at that point?
Like,
like-
what was the point of her in the end? She just, I don't know. She turned up.
She was
a
there
dick
to
and then
be-
got crushed.
Yeah, she was there to be a dick and to be jealous of David because Wayland treated him like a son. And
Yeah.
then she just got killed. It's like that trope where you have a hateable characters in a horror movie that you just are there to be killed, and it's just like, why? Like, I'm not gonna say I
Why?
liked everyone in Alien, but I still found them more relatable and likable than her, and I feel like making them at least relatable would be much more compelling for not wanting to see them dead, because isn't the whole point of this sort of thing? Like, I don't even call this a horror film because it's really not, but if it's like survival horror thriller, whatever, surely you want to be invested in the characters so that there's some suspense for when they're being killed off.
Yeah,
Like,
you need to like them.
exactly.
Like, that's why I just don't care this whole film about any of it, because every character is deeply unlikable. Like that's the main problem I have with this film.
But
think-
Idris Elba, he wasn't deeply unlikable. He just was
He
nothing.
wasn't.
Yeah, he was just
He wasn't
there.
very smart. I just, yeah.
He was just there. I like how
And
he
his-
was like, I want to go home, and then she was like, there's got to be something you believe in, and then she like really pressed him. He was like, I guess I don't want that stuff getting back to Earth. And she was like, okay.
Because it's
like,
definitely a
cool.
super weapon.
Even
Destroyed
even better than that is the two guys that are with him. They're just like, all right, we've had no character development beyond this one joke that
Yeah,
we did.
this
Let's
bets that we made.
kill ourselves. Yeah, let's just kill ourselves now. Sure.
Just contact
To be-
Doctor Strange. That's all you have to do.
I feel like he doesn't even give them an option though. Like he's like he's like Shelley's Theron. There's 2 years of life if you want it, and he's like, you two pilot the ship, and they're like, we'll stay with you. I don't think he ever asked them, do you want to stay? He's just like, pilot the ship. And
No,
like,
he
"Yeah,
does
you're a
give them
ship
the
pilot,
option.
thank
He's like, you guys leave if you want to, and they actually
you."
volunteer to
Alright,
stay.
It was a guilt trip, like, I'm not gonna lie. Especially when the second pilot was like, I'm staying. I imagine the third pilot was like,
I can't
"Okay,
be the dick and leave.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
stay.
he just give a bit of a look of, wait, hang on.
Yeah, he's like,
We're not actually doing this, are we?
I could go live with what's her face for 2 years. Let's do it. But there
And you
go.
can easily logic trap her into banging you. So
Exactly. The captain already did it. For some
She'll
reason.
literally be the last. He'll literally be the last man on Earth, or whatever this planet is.
I just remember the scene where Idris Elba does, like, she's like, I wouldn't have traveled all the way from Earth if I wanted to get laid. Then she walks away. He's like, wait, are you a robot? And she's like, in my cabin in 10 minutes. What? I was thinking about like that worked.
It's just that Idris Elba
Didn't
charm.
you know that
Just works
insulting a
every time.
woman is the way to their heart? Isn't that right, Nina? I insult you on a daily basis. Ah, It's clearly how you get in their pants, Chris. Come on.
That's what I've been doing wrong all these years, apparently.
To go around accusing them of being robots. You'll get there.
I'll get there one.
I don't actually hate Idris Elba in this film, I guess.
I don't hate him, but I don't like him either. He's just a non-entity.
He's the only one who's got any likable traits.
Yeah.
He's at least a bit affable, you know?
Yeah. I like the fact that they were, I guess, happy when they were kamikazing the spaceship. They were like, "Yay, we're doing it!"
The most fun this movie's been. Yeah.
Oh, dear God, this film. It hurts. The dumb. Ah.
Is there anything we haven't covered?
Well,
I've not actually looked at the document this entire time.
We've just
I've got notes as well. I just freeballed it. There's the thing, like when they crashed into the ship.
Yeah.
The ship containing, this apocalyptic weapon.
The milkman.
The milkman, yeah. How
the Milky Bar Kid?
I don't understand how the ship just fell. It didn't get damaged, or the mass weapon inside of it didn't leak out.
Yeah, I like how after all that build up, they slam their thing into like full force, and our ship blows up like instantly and just falls into pieces. Whereas their ship, there's like a scorch mark on the hull.
Yeah,
That's about it.
It's completely dead, but it's fine, and everything in it's just fine. It's a small thing in the concept of this movie, really, in the grand scheme of things, but it was still a thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, I was expecting the ship to like be ripped in half or something, not just like be knocked.
I guess it has like way better technology than the Prometheus or something, though it didn't seem to, because it also just fell out the sky.
Exactly.
And it was dead, but didn't take any damage.
I was thinking about all the goo and all of the like matter that is on that planet now. Like Earth, one milkman drank one vial of that liquid and dissolved and seeded the whole planet with magnificent life. Like, this planet is going to be teeming with the weirdest, most monstrous shit in a million years. Like, it's going to be a monster planet of, like, horrific proportions.
Yes, which actually doesn't make sense when you go to the next movie, but
yeah,
that's a whole other thing. So,
oh God, you really? I'm a bit concerned about this next movie now.
We'll hopefully watch it together. So,
I hate this franchise.
I mean,
it makes it
after the amount of bad films there are, it's understandable.
I've hated watching these films. Apart from the first two, obviously, but it's just
it's only one more, Ben. Only one more. It's okay. It's nearly over.
Me.
I just don't get why they need to. The concept's solid. Just there's no need to fuck around with all of this nonsense.
But like, why did we ever get to this point? It was about a dangerous space animal. That was like a weird. It had a bit of mystery, but like many things, that mystery should have been left alone. We should have seen the alien in the ship with all the alien eggs and be like, oh, that's a mystery that we'll never get to know anything about. But instead, you give us answers, and the answers are like weird smiling milkmen and like the origins of life on Earth. And I'm like, why does this have anything to do with a xenomorph? Like, I don't get it.
The problem is the answers raise more questions than they ever raised in the first place. Like, who are they? Why do they make us? Why do they hate us? Why are they trying to kill everyone? Maybe, probably, because Idris Elba.
Do they hate us?
Yeah, because it's.
Don't get me wrong. Because I'm all for telling different stories in the same setting, but. And like this film, they didn't even call it Alien. To be fair, they'd called it Prometheus, and the only thing that people knew about it going in was like it was set in the Alien universe. So okay, because I imagine there are many cool stories you could do with just the universe alone. Because when you've got enough world building, you can do interesting things. It's like one of my most anticipated games. That's probably never going to happen. Would just be, for example, a Mass Effect game set. Like, I don't know, as a C-Sec officer on the Citadel. Yeah, like, not bothering with Shepard, not bothering with Reapers, just a random officer in that universe. I'm sure you could do an awesome cop story or something. Don't care. That's just a random example off the top of my head. You could do the same for any franchise, really, if you put enough effort into it. Now, I definitely didn't expect Alien to go the direction of the origins of humanity. But I'm not going to say you can't do that. But, you know, try and put some fucking effort into it at least.
I'm not going to say in the broad sense you can't do that. I'm going to say Ridley Scott can't do that. Because he's proven it to me with this movie.
And also, you don't have to tie it so closely back to what we've seen previously. Like, when you saw Alien, Ben, okay, for the first time, and we found the crashed alien ship, and you found that what we now know is an alien in a spacesuit on, like, the weird gun turret flight panel thing, did you ever think you were going to be finding out, A, that thing's in a spacesuit, and B, those things are things that created us?
Right. First of all, that really pissed me off. I was like, "Oh, you got this really cool design of these like aliens in Alien. Like, oh, what do they like? Why do they look like that? It's a fucking suit. Are you serious? They're just milkmen." And secondly, no, I did not ever want to see. I did not ever think I would ever see that or care.
It's like the first time we ever find alien life, and it just so happens that they made us as well. It's like, oh, okay.
And no one gives a shit. By the way.
Going back to what I just said, like there's no good designs in this film at all. It's so boring. Like one of the main reasons that Alien is so good is because the alien is really like cool. Like got a compelling and interesting design, but like nothing in here looks good. It's just milkmen and snakes and squids.
Okay, we should probably rank some aliens then, since we've got like a lot of alien designs to rank, I guess.
Oh god, do I have to
we?
talk about the fucking...
Like we've never counted like the face huggers or anything, so really it's just the one at the end, isn't it?
Well, I'd say the milkman is the main alien enemy here. Like that's just an Easter egg really at the end, a really ill-advised Easter egg, but an Easter egg. I'd say the milkman was the main antagonist of this one.
Yep.
Well, compared to a xenomorph, I could say he's rock fucking bottom.
Is he worse than the half alien, half human, like sad boy from last week?
No.
It's just absolutely no effort. It's just like, oh, what if they look like us, but they were ripped and they were bald?
No effort's so much better than that thing.
Yeah.
So,
I suppose.
I'll read our alien design rankings, and then because I do want to rank the cameo, but I do feel like the milkman deserves to be on here because the milkman is he is an alien, and he is the main antagonist of an alien film. So there's that. But so in number 1 we've got the original design from Alien. In number 2 we've got Alien Queen from Aliens. In number 3 we've got the aliens from Aliens.
Xenomorphs from Aliens.
There you go. That's a better way of putting it. In number 4 we've got the xenomorph from Alien Resurrection. In number 5 we've got the xenomorph from Alien 3. In number 6 we've got that other alien queen from Alien Resurrection. In number 7 we've got Sad Boy the Alien, and that's our list so far.
I mean, I guess if we're going to give the I don't know, because like Ben said, this is just like a weird human that's ripped and milky. Like the alien designs were shit in Resurrection. Like they took the alien queen and just gave it a human reproductive system for some fucking reason, and also the alien human hybrid thing looks absolutely god awful, but at least there was something there of something that was once cool. Since when is a human cool for an alien design?
He's big, bald, and ripped.
Oh,
let's not forget.
He's very ripped, and he's wearing a loincloth.
Yes, apparently everyone in the Alien universe just wears loincloths, from humans in cryosleep to their creators.
It's so we didn't see his milky dong.
But anyway,
did he have a dong?
I don't want to think of this.
I mean, if they're so similar to humans, you have to imagine he has one giant milky dong.
Pretty big milky dong.
So I'd vote above Sad Boy Alien.
I agree.
Sad Boy Alien was so ill-advised. So very ill-advised.
Yeah, it's still the worst I've ever seen.
I mean, I can't argue with that. I suppose that sad boy alien haunts my nightmares for the wrong reasons.
So it slots in at number 7, underneath the alien queen with human reproductive organs, but above
Oh.
sad boy alien.
I was gonna say I'm still debating that. Ugh.
So what about? Are we even discussing the one at the end?
I'd like to rank it just because it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But,
alien
like,
design, right?
it's an alien design, but it really is just a very ill-advised cameo. It's not really got anything to do with anything that happened in the film.
Yeah.
Just like,
What?
look, this is aliens.
So the
So there's
thing
an
that she
alien.
gave birth to, this giant squid Cthulhu thing, was just a really fucking big face hugger.
It's a body hugger.
Basically, yeah.
First face thing.
Second, Joe. Remember, this is after Alien.
I just remember when Ripley was kept saying that she was the mother of all the aliens in Alien Resurrection. Now we have the literal mother of aliens.
Apparently, but not. I just don't.
I mean, it's a brief cameo, but I would definitely rank this above the alien dog.
I strongly disagree, but I
Really?
like the alien dog.
I'd put it above the alien queen, and I put it above anything in Resurrection.
Yes,
and
that
that's
I
it.
could definitely agree with.
But
And
the
the
alien
alien
dog-
dog's pretty shit.
The alien dog's pretty shit, but this is really shit. It's just like, it's not got even, like, at least the alien dog's still got like that like biomechanical design that they all do. This doesn't even have that. It's just got a pointy head. Just a pointy head thing.
To me, it's the alien but shitter. It's just a shit-looking alien.
So's the alien dog.
The alien dog's a cool-looking alien.
No, it's not. There's a reason it's at the bottom of our list.
Well, I disagree with that ranking, but hey, democracy. I love
The only thing that's below this, apart from now the Milkman, is the stuff from Alien Resurrection. It's at the bottom of the alien design list.
I agree with Chris. I really don't think it's wait, shit. What am I saying? Better or worse? It's
I don't know, Ben. Do you think it's better or worse?
it's worse than the dog. There we go.
Yes, I
got my
think
words out.
I agree with that.
So we fill out the bottom of our list even more. With this slotting in at number 6, if I could get this thing to work.
I
There we go.
strongly disagree, but oh well.
Please tell me there's an alien in Alien Covenant.
Yep, there is.
Thank God.
He lives a milkman. He's a
It's
milkman.
2 milkmen. It's like aliens again, but
Well-
it's milkmen.
I want to tell you as little as possible because I'm so curious as to your reaction to the next film. Oh boy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
can't be that bad.
I bet,
What a sound!
I bet that's what you thought after seeing Aliens. It's like, oh, this franchise can't go that bad. Look how well they started.
Ugh. Ugh.
I'm sorry, Ben. You have to
My,
suffer through this with us.
My dad made me laugh when we finished watching this. We finished watching this, and he turned to me and he said, "That wasn't very good." Made me
Yes.
laugh.
And then you turn to him and you're like, if only you knew.
Um,
You didn't
and
see the last one.
another thing, he straight away pointed out that they should have run sideways
Yes.
when the thing's falling down.
Yep, like any logical human.
Sane human being.
I like even within the scene when she like falls over, like running that way, she just like rolls 3 meters to the right and lives.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
she gets out of the way.
I know when I saw it, I was like, I'd accept it if they ran to the side, but it was so big she couldn't get out. But she just rolls out the way. Ugh, fuck this movie. And on that note, should we rate it?
As I was gonna say, I would is there anything else left to say about Prometheus, or have we
Uh,
comprehensively covered this shit fine?
I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
There's the mountain with the skull on it. It's really dumb.
Why
What?
does that
That's
mountain
it.
have a skull on it?
I don't know. It just has a skull on it.
Mountain with a skull?
It
the
was like
mountain with a skull on it.
when that storm was blowing in, that blew her around a bit on the outside of the ship. One of the establishing shots, the mountain was a skull.
Oh,
about
okay.
Like fucking
I did not notice.
look like that fucking Winnie the Pooh thing where he goes to the skull face. No, none of you know what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
It's been far too long since I've seen Winnie the Pooh.
I've never seen Winnie the Pooh, so
Well,
I think I have either.
that explains a lot.
I'm going to choose not to be insulted by that. Shall we?
No,
Shall we rank this film on our list?
Ah, yes. Well, what is our list currently then, Chris?
It should be in a separate scene on the
It is
thing.
indeed. It is indeed. I forgot. Okay, so yes, our list as is currently, you could see it on the stream / VOD whenever you're watching this. We in first place. Oh, sorry. I guess we should start from the bottom. In 6th place, we have Alien 3. In 5th place, we have Alien Resurrection. In 2nd place, we have Alien. And in 1st place, we have Aliens. Because, we really didn't like Alien 3 and 4. So we put them straight at the bottom.
We filled the list opposite. We filled the top down and then bottom up.
I'm confident in that.
Oh my god. Right. So this film, where go?
Oh, okay, I'll start with my opinion that it is better than Alien Resurrection and Alien 3. Not by much, but I feel like that's my opinion on this film.
I sadly have to agree because whilst those two were bad, Alien 3 really annoyed me and Alien Resurrection was just so nonsensical. It was absolutely fucking bonkers. But that still doesn't make it good. It was a really bad film. And then this film is just bland and inoffensive. Also, hi Jeffrey, I can see you wiggling there.
I was gonna say.
Sorry, you've got us at the end of discussing this dumpster fire. But yeah, this film's mostly just inoffensive, forgettable, and bleh. Like, it doesn't annoy me. It doesn't really instill any emotion out of me, I suppose. So I guess it depends on if you consider that better or worse than a film that's both hilariously bad and a film that makes you angry bad. In this case, I'm going to say it makes it slightly better. Because it means there was a chance that it could have been good, but no.
This film just leaves me baffled for the most part on why they made any of the story decisions they did. It's like, compared to Alien Resurrection and Alien 3, the effects are very good. It's very pretty. I like seeing the ships fly around and stuff. So it's at least got that going for it.
Everyone in this film is a fucking retard, though. Just like the last two films.
Yeah, it is better than Alien 3 and Resurrection, but like that's yeah.
There's nothing that's worse, really, is there?
Yeah, there's nothing really worse than Alien 3 in my mind.
Now the question is, do we put this in at number 3 or number 4?
I once had diarrhea, and I enjoyed it more than Alien 3.
Well, okay then.
That's understandable. I mean, I think just for sake we put it at 3 and just to try and add some normality to the list. I don't know if that means it's better than Covenant or not. I can't remember.
Honestly, yeah, I'd put it in 3 only because I'm definitely going to argue for Covenant being at the bottom of the list, probably, depending on how angry it makes me next week, because I can't remember.
Damn.
I'd say 3 just because it's not as hateful as Alien 3 or Alien Resurrection. It doesn't inspire such passionate hatred.
Yes.
Just confusion.
Yes,
Ugh,
this
that looks so
movie.
dirty. I've just put it on the list, and it's 1 Aliens, 2 Alien, 3 Prometheus. You're like, ugh,
Ugh.
ugh.
Yeah.
Ah,
This
right.
movie sucks and it's contrived and ridiculous, but Alien Resurrection, Alien 3 are like another
Nice,
level
too.
of bad. Like, just not even movies.
Hmm.
So shit.
Yeah, no, I think we're in agreement then. Are we?
There we go, fixed it. Prometheus is now 7th, and Alien Resurrection is now 9th, and Alien 3 is 10th.
Better.
Just-
That's about as
Well,
Just
given all these
having-
slots in the list, it only makes sense to do the Alien vs Predator films now as well. And Predator. Let's just slot them all in.
I mean, one day, yes,
No.
but not today.
No.
right here, right now.
I mean, no.
I mean, no.
But why?
'Cause I'm done with this franchise.
I at least want to do Predator.
Oh, I'll do Predator, I guess, but I'm not. I'm
Well,
not sitting through
Why?
fucking.
Why?
Ah,
Why has
it's
Prometheus
not
been
boy.
duplicated? What?
Oh god, you've removed it.
Oh no! Oh, what have I done?
Every entry becomes Prometheus. There is only Prometheus now.
It's so profound, stupid, just like this movie.
Oh my god, what happened? Right, okay, I'll try and fix this. Give me a minute.
Probably doesn't help that that all the names in that scene are just terrible.
Yeah, I know. I renamed them. Just give me a second.
This is what you get when I run something in the background, okay?
I'll get there. I'll get there. You guys just cover for me in the meantime.
I like that the milkmen have now. That's my official term. That's what I will call them for the rest of my life. If anyone
Yeah.
ever mentions Prometheus, they're called the milkmen.
Yeah. I'd
It
like it if they
works.
just dubbed it over. I'm like, who are these beings? Instead of engineers, when we call them the milkmen. Why?
from-
Doesn't make sense. But
In
that's
every
fine.
ancient text, they mention these giant milky men that came from the sky.
I can imagine him like he's driving down the street in his little milk cart, and he comes to deliver you milk, but it's not milk; it's the black goo.
Will it kill you or will it seed a planet with life? It's a lottery every time.
Will you become a crab? Will you just die?
Will you become an invincible crab monster? Who knows?
What was that? What was that?
Why was it unkillable?
I don't know. Why was he a crab?
Like,
And then he was,
sometimes
like,
the goo
massive.
dissolves you, sometimes it makes you ill, sometimes it seeds life on a planet, sometimes it makes a snake. Sometimes it turns you into a crab zombie.
He looked like the
Like,
he looked like the bad guy from Green Lantern. Awful.
Oh god. Yeah, Jesus. That's a. Whew. Yeah.
No, I know. I hate that. I know that. I'm cursed.
One day, when I finally curse you all to watch all the DC films, we'll get them.
No, please
It'll
no.
be better than this.
No, it won't.
Actually, Green Lantern is really shit.
I've never watched Green Lantern, so
It's really shit.
I wouldn't know. Wouldn't know. But one day, I'll force you guys to watch Green Lantern with me.
Oh
Yay.
boy. I don't wanna. Chris, why? Please no.
Technically, it won't be down to me. It'll be down to the vote. But you know,
I mean, true. Actually, yes, it's down to the audience. You want to be kind now, don't you, audience? Please, please, please. I can hope. Damn it, I can dream.
you just have to come up with like a really good counter offer.
I will do my best.
I'll be like, here's the DC films, and then you're like, here is Lord of the Rings, and then
I'm having a really good time watching the word Prometheus just fly around the screen.
Hmm
say
Also,
it's-
Alien has just vanished now, so I have to re-add that.
What's
Yeah.
Aliens at 2?
Yeah, Alien was at 2. Give me a second.
Was it?
Yeah, we put Aliens was first because
Because Aliens is fucking awesome. I used to think Alien was better, but no. After our rewatch of it, Aliens definitely wins. Holy shit.
Feels so long ago that I watched a good film.
Mm-hmm. Right, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. The list is fixed. There's no uniformity as to how this is laid out, but whatever. So, going from bottom to top, we got in 6th place Alien 3, 5th Alien Resurrection, 4th is blank for now, 3rd is Prometheus, 2nd is Alien, and 1st is Aliens. Christ. And to answer your question, Jeffrey, because I saw it a while back, I think we're alright. We're just, getting over this film.
Try.
I had a good Monday, and then we had to talk about this. But yeah, okay. I guess we'll leave that be as is for now. And yeah. What now, ladies and gentlemen? I think we need to do an outro of sorts. Is that correct?
I'm just marveling that you managed to keep the chat between both things.
Oh, right.
I should have learned these things, but I didn't. Such wizardry's beyond me.
I mean, I just I don't know, because oh yeah, that's a point for reference, chat. I'm the one streaming this today because Chris's PC's dying, so
As soon as I opened OBS, everything was like, my PC was like, nope, nope, motherfucker, you are not running this today. the video was going 1 frame per second. If I clicked a button, it would like wait about 3 or 4 seconds to do a thing. So
yeah, I'll probably be hosting this for the foreseeable future until Chris's PC problems are fixed, which might entail either just a repair or a PC upgrade.
well, if it's a PC upgrade, then it's going to have to wait quite a while. But anyway, yes, I should probably outro this for YouTube purposes. If you've made it this far in a Blunt Lemons video, I'm going to assume you're quite mad because you've watched how many hours of this now? 1 hour, at least 1 hour, 1.5 hours worth of our insane ramblings about a film. So if you did, I'd be honoured, delighted if you'd leave us a like, ring the dangly bell, subscribe, you know, do all the things that YouTube that make YouTube just a little wet under the. I don't know where they're wet, to be honest. Ben, plug the socials. Someone do something.
Wet under the squid. No, it doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, the socials.
But yes, please follow us on Twitter at Blunt Lemon and comment. Comment on the video. Can you think of a better name than Milkmen? Because
They
I don't think you can.
They can't. It can't be.
Can't be beaten.
Beyond
I mean,
upstream.
engineers obviously doesn't beat it, and yeah, streaming, yay, my thing. So, as you know, this stream comes out on Mondays. Definitely not every Monday because our schedule's all over the place. But we aim to have these out on Mondays, starting roughly at 8 o'clock-ish. That's when we do our movie discussions. The rest of our streams, occasionally there is Blunt Lemons live on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays usually when doing a cooperative stream with another streamer, at the moment the Chaotic One Gaming, and Saturdays in place of the completion series, depending on if the Lemons are free to play games. And at the moment we're playing a lot of Star Wars Battlefront 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, and 2 weeks ago I think we started our match of Civ. So yeah, it's just us playing random games, so feel free to join us for that. And then there's the completion series. I recently finished The Outer Wilds, a very underrated game that people should go check out. So if you want to see my playthrough of it, it's just been fully re-uploaded to YouTube and is in our VODs, or go watch someone else play it. Either way, it's an awesome game. But yeah, and at the moment, I need to put a vote up in the Discord for what game I'm going to be playing next, because I'm going to start doing it like that rather than randomly selecting. So if you want to go ahead and join our Discord, plug, thank you Nina, then you'll be able to vote on what game I play next. So yeah, and that's about it. Yeah, the completion series Saturday nights and Sunday mornings.
He's so professional, isn't he?
Also, I imagine on the Discord next week there'll be a movie franchise vote at some point.
Oh god, yeah, that's a point. Yes, a vote this week and a vote next week. Oh god, what suggestions are we going to make? Do we keep some of the suggestions from last time? Do I keep Twilight on there to torture you all?
No. I'm not doing it. I want to do something good.
You see,
this started
Twilight,
off good though.
Twilight, there's no film in the Twilight franchise that is as good as Alien or Aliens. In fact, they're all really bad. But are they as bad as Alien 3?
That's a point. Is it worse if you know going in that all the films are bad? Or is it worse that you start off with 2 really good films and then it just plummets?
I'm not. They're horrible. They're horrible. They're horrible films.
I've somehow escaped seeing them my entire life, so I'm not going to complain if it's delayed.
You didn't have a teenage sister?
No, I didn't. I had an older sister.
Well, I guess that ends our YouTube podcast. I'm sure Joe has something insightful to say, but you know,
as always,
time constraints that just can't fit him in. Was that him? Was that our Messiah? Joseph. Oh well, goodbye.
No, wait. There's one more thing I got to show the chat.
Oh, go for it.
I thought I'd curse you all again. You're welcome.
My retina.
Goodbye, everybody. On YouTube, at least.